To install your Royal Arms Glock Trigger, you will need obviously the Royal Arms GTN Glock Trigger for your specific model, depending on which caliber it is. You will need a Glock Armor's tool or a 3/32 punch, and you will need your firearm. Today we're working on a Glock 23, a G23 40 cal, and subcompact Gen 4. First, ensure your firearm is completely unloaded. You can lock your slide to the rear, remove your magazine. Go ahead and fully ensure that your gun is safe and unloaded. Then take the slide off in the prescribed Glock manner by pulling the trigger and then releasing. Pull the slide back a little bit, pull the takedown levers, and take your slide off and pull it forward. Once that's done, you can set that aside. Now all we need is just our Glock Armor's tool. And you always want to punch out. If the frame of the firearm is facing to your left, you always want to punch the pins out from the left side to the right. So we'll start by taking off the upper pin first, and that will just literally punch right out. Go ahead and make sure that that pin stays on the side. Take out your rear grip frame pin, once again punching out from left side to right side. And you don't want to get confused between your grip frame pin and your frame pin. Next, the difference is they look similar, but the upper locking block frame pin is steel and the rear grip frame ejector housing is plastic. They can go in backwards, but you don't want to do that. Next, you want to remove your trigger pin, which is right here, and then you remove your locking block and your slide stop. If this pin becomes very tight to remove, a little trick is if you lift up on your slide stop and manipulate your trigger a little bit, it should come out very easily. You shouldn't have to hammer this or force it. If it takes too hard to knock out, you're doing something wrong. That came out with very little pressure. Next, pull your slide stop out, and then remove your locking block. Once that's done, you can grab on the ejector and pull it straight up and forward, and your whole entire trigger assembly comes out. You can set your frame aside now, so you can only worry about what we're working on. Now all I have to do is literally grab your trigger bar, pull it a little bit forward, and rotate 90 degrees, and lift up. And now all I have to do is remove your existing trigger bar from your ejector housing, install your new trigger bar in, and now you have a modified Royal Arms trigger bar. To reassemble, just drop in your ejector and your trigger back into your frame. Little special note right here, this is the connector area on the Glock. You want to make sure it is down below the ejector housing. So just kind of pull it down and rotate it forward. Make sure the cruciform, which is this little plus thing, goes into the side of the housing properly. And it helps if you just kind of pull forward a bit on the spring and rotate it in place. Once you've done that, then clip it down and kind of pinch that here. Drop it in to the frame. Next, we will go ahead and reverse the pins. The first pin I always put in is the rear grip frame pin. Like I said, make sure it's the plastic one. It's going to go in from the right side to the left. So push in right to left. Grab your Glock Armor's tool. You can use the back of it on these corners to push that pin all the way down and through. Use one of these little radius corners here, just kind of seat it flat. Next piece that goes in, you'll put your locking block back in, making sure that it goes in properly. Then you'll put your upper frame pin in. It always goes in first, so you can put your slide stop in correctly. Once again, pushing from the right side to the left. Next, your slide stop will go in. Make sure that your spring goes underneath the upper frame pin. So just kind of slide that in like this, making sure that the spring stays to the side of the trigger, like so. Slide it forward. Next, you'll put your last pin in, once again from the right side to the left. And if this is tight to go in, once again you can move the trigger forward a little bit and manipulate the slide stop, just a slight bit. It shouldn't take any pressure to get these to go back in. It's just getting it aligned properly, and there it is. Now we're back.